How's it going, guys? Today we're going to be talking about Windows 10 keys that are really cheap. Are they legit? Are they fake or illegal? That is exactly what we're going to be going over today, and this is all coming from someone that has used these keys. Maybe. So yeah, welcome to my tech channel where we specialize in PCs. Lately, we've been kind of drifting away from that with all these reviews, but we're trying to get back into it. And yes, I know my camera's about to die, so we are in a race to try and beat the camera dying. Yeah. Alright, anyways, there's basically three ways that people get a hold of these keys for cheap and then sell them for a profit. Step number one, they are a credit card scammer. They will steal your credit card information and they will buy just a ton of Windows 10 keys and then sell them for a profit. Whenever the person realizes that their credit card information was stolen, they'll reverse the charges. They'll get all their money back, but since the person bought these keys and then sold them to people like us, they're still going to be able to keep all the profits as long as they go through a website that kind of protects them. That is one way that people can get these keys for cheap. Not very common though. Alright, next up, people are exploiting the student program for Windows. Basically, Windows offers very cheap operating systems to people in college, and as you can imagine, a lot of people in IT are probably able to get these extra keys for maybe their college and then sell them online for some extra cash. But I also don't think that is very common. Number three is probably the most common reason that people are able to get these Windows 10 keys for so cheap, and it is because they work for a big company that buys Windows 10 keys in bulk. So basically, people in IT, they need extra keys so they can replace motherboards and computers and still be able to install Windows. Or if someone else joins the company and they need a new computer, they need some extra Windows 10 keys. These businesses are able to buy Windows in bulk, so they pay substantially less. And when no one in the company really understands how it works besides the IT team, there could be a lot of people in IT that are selling these Windows 10 keys for cheap, trying to make an extra buck. For a lot of these huge companies, it's not that big of a deal, but technically what they're doing could get them into a lot of trouble. Basically, if you ever see a Windows 10 key that is cheaper than the OEM price, and you're not getting a discount because you're a college student, something sketchy is going on in the background. But the question is, will you be safe? And that's where it gets a little iffy. So Windows can deactivate these keys, especially the ones that are involved in credit card scams. They can just deactivate the key and maybe a year down the road it won't work anymore. But when it costs $10 to $15, is it worth the risk? If you guys are building a budget PC and you guys are trying to build something for $200, you don't want to spend $100 for Windows. So that is why this is so interesting to look into. And a lot of people do this, especially people that flip PCs. This is a really good way to keep your margins high. And if you're selling the PC, probably not going to be too worried about it. But yeah, welcome to how dark things get whenever you start talking about getting cheap Windows 10 keys. It gets kind of sketchy. There's definitely some risk involved, but it's not like you're going to be getting sued for anything because you just bought it from a website. You're not the one that is committing the illegal thing. You're just supporting them in a way. Something else I forgot to mention, the reason why I think most of these keys are coming from businesses is because you'll notice that the cheap Windows keys are always Windows 10 Pro, which are the same ones that businesses are getting. They're not getting Windows 10 Home, they need Pro, just so they can operate with their servers, and that is why I think that most of these super cheap Windows keys are coming from businesses and people in IT that are trying to make an extra buck. So we're going to leave this up to you to decide whether you should do this or not, but just saying, I've done it many times, and so far, all of my computers with these keys still work. So there you guys have it. The dark truth behind cheap Windows 10 keys. Or 11, whatever you guys are talking about. It's all the same. Dark stuff. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Somehow we were able to finish this video before the camera died, so that's cool. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you guys consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next video.